Hi again. Greetings from the Sacred Valley. I'm still here in quarantine. And actually today is a very special day here in Peru because nobody is allowed to go outside. Nobody. Everything is closed. If a police sees you walking on the street, you will get arrested. For some reason now during the Easter, yesterday and today, I have cacao there. People are not allowed to go outside at all. So the control measures are getting ever tighter. And so is also the grip of the media. And one of their tactics, which is becoming more and more clear, if you pay attention, is social engineering and mind control and gaslighting of people. I want to really talk about this today because what is being done is we are being steered to illusory stances against each other. We're being steered to take a position that is against each other. So I hope with the help of this video, you'll be able to really look at yourself, look at your inclinations as to how you feel to react to people posting on Facebook, for example. What are you thinking of your fellow human beings, your sisters and brothers? So my goal is to try and ignite a sense of unity, of common humanity within us all. And this is why I want to talk about this fabricated division which is happening right now. So many of you must have seen on Facebook these different banners that people put on their Facebook profile pictures, and one of them is "Stay the f*** home," or "Stay home, it could save lives," or "I'm a nurse, I can't stay home." And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So let's look at the subject. If someone is in a vulnerable state of health and they are afraid of contracting an infectious disease or afraid of getting ill, is it possible that we can simultaneously have love, respect and compassion for them and still care about our human rights? Of course it is. But this is not the narrative that the media is giving us. The media is saying anybody who's questioning what is happening right now in these control measures is against the old people. And I've actually met people who said to my face when I've questioned what's happening, they've said, "Do you want my grandparents to die?" And this is totally skewed, twisted logic. Totally. So please watch that kind of mindset because that is generated through the media. The fact that we care about our human rights and care about our freedom is for the benefit of the sick people as well. It is for the benefit of the entire humanity. The fact that even one of us will say, "No, I will not let my human rights being stripped away," even in a state of crisis, means that we are looking out for even the people who are sick, even for the nurses, even for the people who work at the till. We are looking out for the entire humanity. Because as soon as we stop doing that and we let our human rights crumble and fall like dead leaves from a tree, then there is no humanity to defend after that. Then nothing's worth anything anymore because you know what? Then we've lost our true soul. Then we lost who we are. So be very, very careful with that mind control, to think that the people who are standing up for our rights are somehow against sick people or old people. And another horrific social engineering which is happening now by the government and the media is this division of who is essential, who is not essential. Have you noticed that? How we're being made as a collective to praise those people who are at the front lines, and the rest of us who are essential to our own lives, who are essential to our own families, are being wiped away, our livelihoods are being crushed, our integrity is being crushed, because we are not deemed essential. What about artists? What about healers? What about writers and poets? What about all these different creatives out there? Are they not essential to humanity, to the spirit of our species? Of course they are. And one of the fundamental human rights is the right to make a living. And just because there are people who are ill the rest of us are now being dragged into poverty against our free will. That's not right. And we should not be clapping for such a division to be created. Of course, I am grateful for the nurses. I am grateful for the people who are working at the till. But I also recognize that my self-employed friends who have started their restaurants out of love, who have put their life savings into these small businesses, are now at risk of losing it all. And it's not right, just because of this fabricated idea of what is essential for people's lives and what is not. This is wrong. This is totally against natural law, which is based in free will. Natural law is always in respect of the free will of everybody. And another division that is happening is when people are questioning these control measures. Well, some of us, unfortunately, think that to be able to love nature and to be able to love Mother Earth is to not have any self-respect, or to not love humanity. And again, this is not, they don't exclude each other. You can love Mother Earth and recognize that she's now getting a break, and at the same time have the strength and the love for humanity to say, you can't treat us like this. We are part of that nature too, you know. Mother Earth is not happy for the enslavement of her daughters and sons. No. These things don't exclude each other. And this eugenics mindset of the overpopulation is another social narrative that is being pushed, where we're being made to believe that there's too many of us on this earth. And this is not the problem at all. What is the issue is how we treat this earth, how we consume, how we use our resources. Our sheer number is not an issue. And this mindset is making these people believe that somehow getting rid of our species or you know, doing population control is a solution to heal the earth. That's self-hatred. Wanting to see the extinction of one's own species is self-hatred. That's not balanced. And all these people who say, why are you questioning the government? You shouldn't be saying this, you shouldn't be posting that. Why are you being so negative? Why are you doing this and that? Well, guess what? That very thing that we are protesting against, tyranny, totalitarian authority, is already in effect in your mind. If you are out there trying to stop people from posting what they will, what they want, you are trying to kill their freedom of speech. Do you realize that? It means the tyranny already lives within your mind. We should be able to let anybody post whatever they wish. And it's our freedom to walk away from it if we don't resonate with that. We have to ask ourselves, are we really on the side of humanity? Are we? Because if we are, we should be able to recognize that each of us are worthy. Each of us are essential. The livelihoods of each of us are essential. The freedom of our thinking is essential. The freedom of our speech is essential. And these fabricated divisions are taking us down, making neighbors spy on each other. Is that person wearing a mask? Oh, that person is taking their dog out for the second time today. They're not supposed to be doing that. What the heck are we coming down to? It's pathetic. We are letting these entities, these institutions to control our perception. And through that control of our perception, they are controlling our behavior. They are steering us into being mere cattle who can be sprayed when we go into the market. That's what's happening here. You have to walk through this door frame that sprays you, disinfects you, like cattle. Bend over and take an injection just like cattle. You know, we're being told what food we can buy in the shop, what is essential. Did you hear about that? People are not allowed to buy whatever they please anymore. There's sections in the supermarkets closed off that say non-essential. We are being made into cattle. Be careful what you think. Be very careful of the narrative that they are spewing from the mainstream media. The messages that the governments are spewing, they are creating nothing but division. It's control based on fear. If we want to be free, we have to understand that freedom has to be a default always. Always. We all have our unique purpose, and it's not for these illegitimate structures of power to deem who is essential and who is not. This is against humanity. This is against what is right. So please, stop policing what people are posting out there and recognize that we are all sisters and brothers in this together and that we can simultaneously question what is happening, because why wouldn't we want to know? Why wouldn't we want to know if there is an agenda? It's not as if the world hasn't had agendas before. It's not as if entire populations haven't been steered for the destruction of others before. It has. Look into Second World War. Look into Russia. Look into the concentration camps in Chile. It's not like the nature of evil has somehow changed. It's not like these false authorities have somehow become on our side. Weapons production haven't been ended. Animals are still being slaughtered. This has nothing to do with trying to save anything. This is all to enslave us, and if you can't see that, you are in deep slumber. Please read 1984 by George Orwell. Now it's a perfect time to do that. Now it's a perfect time to step outside of your bubble. Realize some of our freedoms are being taken away by force. We are being under the threat of violence just if we want to leave our own homes. Some of us are stranded in foreign nations, not able to go back home. Look around and realize now is the time to speak up. Now is the time to think. Now is the time to question what is being done to our species. For the love of humanity, for the freedom of us all.